Brad Washa with the Alaska Incident Management Team with the July 4th operational briefing for the Aspen Acres Fire. We're actually feeling a little bit better today than what we have the past couple of days. We've been totally pushed by aggressive fire behavior and the weather that really has not been cooperating with us. We're feeling like I wouldn't say we're turning the corner yet, but we're starting to see a moderation in some of that fire weather, and we're also starting to get some resources in. So that's been very helpful for us as far as looking at where the fire is and where we have potential to go with that fire. Today we're expecting, as far as from the weather forecast, we have overcast skies this morning. We're anticipating that's going to break away, and we're going to have lower RHs, but not as low as what we've had. So it's not going to be as dry as it was out there. And the winds aren't going to be as strong. More of an easterly component today, more terrain driven. And with that, biggest concern though is there's a chance for some thunderstorms. They're probably going to be dry, and our biggest concern with that is both dry lightning and which could create new starts. But the other thing is sometimes those thunderstorms will collapse, and then we get outflow winds, and that can really cause a major concern because all of a sudden you get winds coming from a different direction and very strong winds. So that's something we're going to be looking at today as far as the weather goes. Last night was our first night that we didn't come in this morning and have all kinds of new areas with fire. So we're happy about that. And looking at the fire itself, kind of start in the northwest corner up North Creek. That area, fires continue to make its way up there. We are looking at some options of putting in some dozer line, and one of our major concerns is Wetmore to the north of there, of the fire itself. So we're looking at how we can kind of connect that in where we've got some dozer line. Along the northern part of the fire itself, Sloan, that area, we're actually, one of the things we are starting to see on the map are these little black hatches. Those are areas of dozer line, and we're starting to get some dozer line in to help with our containment efforts. On the northeast part of the fire, we're kind of working that Sloan Road area. We do have one area where fire has gone beyond the road system itself, and we're looking at trying to go direct on that with dozer line, and then again keep the fire to the east of Sloan. Our division Oscar and Sierra, those are holding. We've had patrols in there, and we're feeling pretty good. Coming down towards the Colorado City, we again, getting some dozers in there, getting some dozer line on the map, and we've been pretty successful holding that. Fire has come down closer into population centers, and there are structures thrown all around this area in the wildland-urban interface. But we are getting into flatter terrain where we can be more successful with holding the fire. Yesterday, we did have a couple issues kind of in the rye, just beyond the rye area. We did have a couple spots that went across the 165 road. One was 15 acres, one was 50 acres. Last night's report from night operations was that they were able to get line around those spots, so they were able to contain them. We still have heat in there. They're going to be working those aggressively today. We also, around the YMCA camp, did have fire across the 165 road. The camp is still intact, but basically both sides of the camp have fire on it. The fire has progressed uphill. Right now, we're not, at least for today, going to get resources on that, and we'll have to look at that later on. In the Isabel area, also have fire that's come down in the cabin area, and we are holding that for the most part, but we did lose a couple structures in there over the evening hours. I'm sorry, not over the evening hours, but yesterday. And then this backside, our branch 5, again, low values at risk, so we haven't had a chance with the resources that we've had of working that. We are anticipating, we're getting almost double what we've asked for in some cases. I mean, it's slowly coming in, and it's going to take a couple days to get here, but we are starting to get a lot of resources as some of the other fires in the area are becoming smaller. And I wouldn't say that they're becoming smaller, but they're getting containment on them. Some of those resources are being released. We did have to divert our air tankers yesterday towards a fire towards the Grand Junction area, so we did lose those for a while, but we did pick up 2 more large helicopters, the Type 1 helicopters. So I believe Now in the incident, we have 6 helicopters to help with our efforts. As far as 6 heavy helicopters, we're getting some medium helicopters and some light helicopters. But starting to feel like, the weather's changing. We no longer have a red flag warning like we've had basically since this fire has started. So that's a good thing for the firefighters. We're not going to be as pushed by the weather that affects the fire behavior. So with that concludes today's operational briefing for the Aspen Acres Fire. Have a happy 4th of July.